John Dalton by Austin Ennis. John Dalton was born into a Quaker family in 1766. His father, Joseph Dalton, was a weaver in poor circumstances. John Dalton's mother belonged to the Society of Friends. John Dalton also had two siblings named Jonathan and Mary. John Dalton received early education from his father and John Fletcher, teacher of the Quakers' school. John Fletcher retired from the school and John Dalton took over at the age of 12. In 1790, John Dalton thought of taking up law or medicine, but his projects met no encouragement from the family members and remained in Kendal with his cousin, George Bewley. In 1793, John Dalton moved to Manchester, where he spent all of his life. This is where John Dalton discovered the atomic theory. This is where he lived, Cockermouth, Cumberland. Cockermouth is in the western part of Cumberland. This is where he spent most of his childhood. When John Dalton came of age, he moved to Kendal with his cousin in the southern part of Cumberland to be an assistant at a school. After a few years, John Dalton moved to Manchester outside of Cumberland. The technology at John Dalton's hand was common laboratory equipment of his time. The balance, some glassware, and manometers for the measurements of gas pressures. There was little technology in his time. The formulation of the atomic theory, Dalton's greatest achievement, was developed gradually, almost inadvertently, through a series of observations resulting from his preoccupation in gases. It began to explain why the constituents of a gaseous mixture remained homogeneously mixed instead of forming layers according to their density. This discovery made him nominated to the membership of the Royal Society, and he was also hated by the people who could not comprehend the atomic theory. How this contributed to the physics is by elements being shown in easy symbols and having a model to see the atom. This changed lives by helping in the dawn of the nuclear age.